Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Triple Fs. As you can see, we are missing two very fluffy people at both ends over here. One had to go to work. Well, basically, they both had. So, you have to settle with us. That's just a rule. Otherwise, you can go watch something else. Before we start talking about the spicy subject we have for today, let me introduce you to the rest of the cast. Over here, the blue bunny.
Phoenix.
On the other side of me,
Jade.
and I am, as always, Tookie. So today, we had a guest last time. We mentioned something that we're probably gonna stay in the lewd corner.
It's a fun
And
corner.
yes, we are. Today's subject is gonna be VRChat porn. So we're gonna dive into like a little information about that side of VRChat. There is a lot of different kind of VRChat porn, like furries, hentai, anime, you name it, they got it.
Femboy.
Exactly. All around the world, there is a big fan of all
There's
of
just
that.
a lot.
Yes. So basically, what I've learned from reading online, and I kind of think, yes, it's true, that VRChat porn communities are lit. There's a secrecy about them. Like, despite billions of people watching their videos, it's still a little bit of a hush-hush. Like, there's a stigma against them. Like, they're all just vile and don't know what. But it's actually a community that's very open to new people, to new members that want to experience role play, live out their fantasy or whatnot, and they're doing it in a safe environment because it's VRChat, like it's virtual reality. Of course, you can still go over some boundaries, but you're still in a safe space. So, Phoenix was mentioning something called VSF, Virtual Sex Fantasy. And it's actually most often referred to VRChat porn videos. Like, VRChat porn communities, like we said, is an overwhelmingly friendly community. And they just want to explore, like, their fantasies, and you might be able to join and whatnot. It's basically that open, but still because of the stigma there is against these people. Like, even if you take furries, okay, we already have it against us.
Unfortunately.
Then you add the porn section to it, and people just become vile. Why do we have to be like that? Today, VRChat porn is actually a very accepted, how do you say, for work. Like, it's accepted as a very...
That's not the right word.
No, actually, it's a
like
job.
Service.
Exactly. And it's well respected today compared to where it was before. Also, with VRChat avatars, when they use them in the videos, they have to be very, very interactive. So they are mostly not safe for work. And they also have DPS. Now, for DPS, I know what it means, but I cannot pronounce it. So, Phoenix?
Dynamic penetration system.
Thank you. So, basically, look it up. I'm not going to go into details, but let's say that rod fits into hole.
I can basically explain it if you want me to. It's basically, from my understanding of it, it's a specific shadow that you can get on gun mode. I will admit I have it. I've had it for a while now. It's Basically, it pulls the texture. It makes the mess be able to pulled into a circle, which on an avatar, it can be a disc or a tube, basically, depending on where you're putting it at. And the tube pulls the mesh into it and makes it kind of curl up to make it have the illusion of it going inside. When technically in reality it's kind of just becoming really, really small on the inside of it. But yeah, it makes it look like actual real life penetration.
It gives the whole full image of, okay, this is actually sex, even though it's virtual. I actually found a funny story. It was about this user called Hex. She's an online sex worker. A respectable one. She makes her own videos, she stars in some, she have like it's not an OnlyFans, it's a different site for of course Patreons and whatnot. She makes money. I am not gonna mention it here for obvious reasons. She actually had a frustrating experience. She had to go to the US to visit a friend. She was applying for a tourist visa. Not a permanently, just for like a time period. And this officer that was going to interview her, that was a female too. And they asked her, why are you here? Who are you visiting and whatnot? And I don't know why they came onto the whole what she does for work. But she tried to explain like she was an online, and she was honest, sex worker. She doesn't meet up with the people that she talks with in VRChat, not in real life, because she has her boundaries for that. And as she continued talking, she could just see the look on this officer changing to like this, like she's disgusted or whatnot. And Hex noticed that, but she kept trying to tell her, and then the officer again asked, so do you meet up with these people in real life, and why do you do what you do? And she was like, she could easily see, okay, this is going nowhere. So at the end, she was denied entrance into the US. She had to go back. And excuse me while I literally just look into my papers. So she was denied access to the US. And later, she received an officially letter informing her that her application for a visa had been denied due to prostitution. They literally deemed her a prostitute. Like she was gonna go out on the street and find people to have sex with. When all she does is online. Virtual reality, people. It's stupid. It's literally stupid, I'm sorry to say. I mean, poor girl. She was just trying to visit a friend.
Yeah.
They didn't even care to look into her case. Like, they didn't even care to look her up or anything like that. She was just literally judged the moment she opened her mouth. Okay, so I don't know about the viewers, but I definitely know that some that are watching have been watching VRChat porn. I have. I'm open and honest about it. And it actually, I will say some of it, it's like, you don't want to watch it.
Interesting.
And yeah, and then there is like the stories, like they literally act out a scene instead of just going at it. And it's really good. Like some of it is really creative. I will say that there are artists and actors, even though it has to do with sex and whatnot. And they build onto these stories. Like there are episodes of multiple stories in there, and I actually find it very interesting.
I've never seen a story-based one.
I'm sure you could just find it. I mean, I've seen a few of the ones with like stories, but I personally don't care about the story. Sorry, I just don't.
You just want to see the action, like
Yeah, pretty much. Like, I don't care about the story. Like, if I'm going on to a site to watch porn, I don't give a fuck about your weird ass story that you're trying to come up with. Just have sex. Like, I'm sorry, I don't care.
Basically, this is a question that I found that a lot of people ask, and I'm gonna ask it to y'all. Which is, do you need to have full body to participate in these kind of things?
no, you actually don't.
No,
No, you
I mean,
don't.
I've seen
Because
some without
today,
it, so.
even on, yeah, a lot of people think you need to have full body, you need to have PC and whatnot. No, today Quest is very caught up to some of the PC stuff,
Mhm.
like even with
Mhm.
fist bones and whatnot. And you can add Gogo Loco, which is a feature on your avatar that can make you sit in various positions, lay down, float up and down, and whatnot. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and you can still do emotion. Like, even if I'm sat here in this position, this is actually me using Gogo Loco. I can still, like, jump or move to the side or whatnot. It's not, like, prohibiting you for the
Limited.
movement or whatnot.
Like
Exactly.
me, I can sit and move my hips side to side, but that's just because I'm in a seat and And technically, like with the full body, speak of full body, I remember once I was in my full body when I used to be a full body user, and I was just like standing in a world, and so someone came over and said, "Hey, are you in full body?" I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "You must be a whore then." I'm like, "What?" So just because you have full body doesn't mean that doesn't mean you participate in that kind of stuff. Not a full body user does that kind of stuff. Chilling in the black hat, and they're like, "Hey, are you a whore?" I'm like, "No." And then it's like it ended up in them getting kicked, but yeah.
When I was reading this story, there was actually also worlds where it's definitely positive that you can meet up with a stranger to participate in sex or whatnot. But it's world like the Void Club, Just Be Club, the new one as well, and there are a couple other worlds.
FET
But
Haven,
again,
Hollow World, Club
exactly.
Rapture.
Well, those are more
So
PC worlds, aren't they?
FET
some
Haven
of them are.
has a Quest version of the world out right now, but yeah.
But also know that you cannot just walk up to everyone. It's still a hush hush. Not everybody wants to talk about it. Some are more open. Like, I'm very open about it. I just don't choose whoever comes up to me. I'm not that kind of gal. Okay?
Mm-mm.
Buzz off. But have you guys ever wondered how it would be to try and make VRChat porn? Like either a
Oh,
video or stream.
if I got the
or
ways
I've
on,
whatnot?
I would
gotten
do it.
close to doing it before.
I have no shame. I would not care.
There was
You
one
would do
time
As
in
long
my
as I
life
got
where I
paid.
considered, but no.
I would do it.
I actually know there is a. I think it's actually VFS. I think that it's a small studio production to actually do the stories that I told you about.
Mm.
And I will say this. Yes, I investigated it because you can easily say, okay, via chat porn, they're living on the other side of the world, far from each other. But this was actually a small production studio that actually also did it IRL. To get that motion, to get that, it sounds so cringe, but the sound and everything, the feeling. So yes, they were still doing it in real life while doing it in VR.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's the
I
motion
wouldn't
of
do it
the
in
ocean,
real life.
you know?
VR, yes.
I remember one of the people I used to know, they tried to teach me how to make the noises, and they told me just stick your thumb in your mouth.
I mean, other people use other
I'm
remedies.
tempted
Like,
to try it now because I'm trying to figure out what you're talking. Like, Like what
Like they
sound
would
are
like
we
they would
making?
use those.
Do it. Do it.
To make what sound? Wait, what sound am I making? A moaning sound? A
The sound
gagging?
of sucking a dick.
What? Wait, so you
Okay.
take your thumb, put it in, like, are you like actually like sucking on it? Like, I just rubbed it against my tongue.
Okay.
I feel like that's pretty
If you
close. I don't
ever
know.
see any of us attempting to make VRChat porn movie, that's not
sorry.
gonna happen because we will be like this the entire time. We will not
Just
make
like, wait, how
anything
is
done.
it?
It would be like, it would be, oh yeah, baby,
Oh,
all
yeah.
the time.
Just, all I thought of now was Rocco's Bar in Life. Just, oh baby, oh baby.
I considered using like becoming a adult VTuber basically, an VRChat cam girl on OnlyFans and other websites.
I mean, it's no shame or
Website.
anything. One time I got invited to World and they were in the VIP lounge. I'm like, oh, okay, they're probably just having fun. I walked in the middle of a VRChat porn production. They were legitimately, they were making a video. And I'm just like, yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna run past. Not that I was like embarrassed or anything. It was just so goddamn awkward and cringe and that was one of the times where people that doesn't have full body tracking look like a stiff board. Okay, just gonna say
Like a
there was no motion of the ocean.
Oh baby, oh baby.
I feel like with the you need at least to have a headset of some sort. Like desktop mode makes it look really funny.
You just see that.
Yeah,
That's what I mean. It's just.
Wait, are they doing the double motion then? Oh my god, we are not good with this kind of subject. I swear that this is. We do
Could you
apologize.
imagine if Melanie was here? I can imagine the shit she'd be talking about.
True.
Like, I
Okay,
feel like she would
so-
have a funny ass story to go with this.
So, you said you wouldn't
Okay.
care if you were in a movie or a video, as long as you got paid.
Nah, I wouldn't. No.
But what
Yeah,
if you
what would I pay for
weren't
it?
getting paid?
I ain't doing it for free. I won't do it.
She horny.
Mama needs her
She
money. I'm
horny.
greedy. I'm a greedy whore.
What about you, Phoenix?
I mean, well, seeing it with the relationship I'm in right now, I probably wouldn't. Only if it was like anonymously and that my partner would be okay with it. But I would have to be paid. Like, yeah. Because,
But I mean,
I've
why
been-
not do it with your partner?
yeah. Well, because he's very
Ooh.
shy about that kind of stuff. He doesn't like doing stuff in public. We like keeping that to ourselves. He's not really about doing stuff with other people around and stuff like that.
Well, you don't have to do it with other people around. You could do it privately, recording it privately. You don't even have to wear your signature avatars. You can wear whatever avatar you want. So it will be
Pretty much.
anonymous. Yeah.
I mean, technically, you could just voice over moaning sounds over the audio of the
Yeah.
video.
I can do
Because I
it.
know that's what a lot of videos do. They just voice over moaning sounds, and then
I
it's
can
just
do it,
like
look over
super,
her,
just like
she's just
out of
smiling.
place, and it's just annoying.
I can do it. I can do it.
I think everyone would like that.
I don't
Yeah,
know
question
if I
is,
could.
How much would you have to be paid to do it?
Well, it depends. Depends on how long the video is.
Like, is there a
depends
minimum?
on, like, well, again, it all depends. Like, what's the setting?
Well, I mean, like
am I
for
getting paid
you in
extra if I
general,
need
like,
certain
is it like if
equipment?
someone said like, "Here's $5,"
No.
No.
It-
Again,
so like,
again,
is there
like
a
she
minimum?
said.
it depends
Like she
on
said.
how long the
Yeah.
video is. If you would let me finish, woman. Jesus. Because
Oh,
I can
God.
do a starting rate of, say, because again, Mama Greedy, I'm gonna say $500 of, say, every 5 minutes.
First
Yeah.
of all, you're a noob. Second of
Says
all,
who?
you says me. Got a problem with that?
I feel like
Look, I'm just being outrageously like eccentric about it because I can easily
I-
do
It's true.
like a good base number, and because most VRChat videos are roughly around between 5 to 7 minutes, maybe 10 pushing it, and of course depending on if you do the story, it's probably like a good 15, 20. You can do like a base pay off of like every 5 minutes, and then whatever, do like 200 for every 5 minutes or whatever.
But then again, you also have to put in mind that you have not started a movie before. You have not done this as a profession or whatnot. Therefore, you can't really start that process before you created a name for yourself, before they knew or know, sorry, what you can do, what you're willing to do, what you're not willing to do, and what not. It's a whole process that you have to go through. Also, the fact that you are half-body user, which is again not a problem, but it also can have limitations. A few, at least. Knowing what it's about, who it's with, what kind of scene it's gonna be, and what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah, and that's what I mean too. Like, it all depends on the video itself. Like, it's depending on how long it's going to be and all of that stuff.
Mhm.
And like, especially if like let's say like, quote unquote, I am well known, quote unquote, well known, blah blah blah. But let's say because I don't really want a PC and I don't want to do that, but they want me to have like this certain position and stuff like that. It's like, okay, well, you're gonna pay me extra so I can go get that stuff because I need to be paid to accommodate for the equipment you want me to have.
Yeah, exactly. Go
I
ahead, Phoenix.
feel like also if you're doing it anonymously, I feel like if you're doing it anonymously, then say I would ask for in the contract to be if my name ever gets leaked,
Mention.
then I seek a
Yeah.
conversation.
Yes.
Mhm.
Definitely. Always form a contract. Make sure it's legit. Watch it through. Again, if you're doing it with friends, and you do know what you're walking into and what not, okay. But if you want to be anonymous, you have the right to do so. Can you ever imagine me in a VRChat porn movie?
Oh god, we'd be rich.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
Why?
Have you not seen the suitors who have been knocking at your door?
But one last
Talking
thing.
about one or two people.
And
But that's nothing to do with the
The-
porn movie or video.
One last
No,
thing
it's
is
okay, too for it.
with the anonymous thing and the conversation if it gets leaked, because like for some people, it's like they do it anonymously because technically for some people it can affect their day-to-day lives, because like some people like getting into a job or into a college, they'll look at the thing and be like, oh, you're in this, like what you said with your friend who got denied a visa because it's like it can
They
affect
thought she was a
them
prostitute.
that way as well.
prostitute. I was gonna say, I find it interesting how like America has like this weird like thing like against prostitution and stuff when we literally used to have whorehouses.
Yeah,
Brothels.
brothels.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Although stripping has become like less down low, I've noticed.
Isn't they almost calling it burlesque? Where it's an art form
what?
or whatnot.
Feel like even on TikTok, those
Burlesque.
strippers who actually told you how to do it.
Yeah.
It's a pride thing to like put yourself out there and be a stripper. It's like it's not a shameful thing. Like I'm proud of who I am. I do this for a living. So what?
I mean, it definitely takes
Exactly.
confidence. Basically, I'm saying like I personally would not be able to be a stripper. I do not have the body confidence for that. And I hate when people like talk shit about strippers because it's like you have no idea how confident those women are, let alone the strength they have.
The
Like, come on.
muscles
Yeah,
on
they have to go
those.
through a
Like
workout
I
regimen.
personally, yeah, I could not do it.
Like you have to watch
Like,
your
and what's
weight.
really
You have
crazy
to have
is-
diet plans. You have to have workout plans. All that kind of stuff.
It's crazy though because people are like, oh, they're strippers, they're horrible people. Like they have families, like they make more money than you do. Like, what do you mean? And some of them do it for only like a part-time thing, so they can go to college.
Exactly. Like I would try,
It's crazy.
but I know as soon as I get on that, if it was a pole, as soon as I get on that, my thighs would just go down that.
Pole
I
burn.
feel like for me, I would get on
Burn
pole and
marks.
go.
Yeah, whee!
Going down. Like there's a pole.
But that's the thing about VRChat porn. It doesn't
couldn't
matter
imagine-
what you
I couldn't
look
do
like
it.
or anything. You could be fluffy, you could be skinny, you could be tall, you could be short like me.
Exactly.
So I will say,
I mean, you get to live out your craziest fantasy while doing it safely and not being judged for it, because who are they going to judge? The Avatar?
and as I know some dear friend of me said, at least you don't get the STD you're pregnant. I mean, practice safe sex. So, also, when you do have sex virtually, a lot of people either don't feel it and just act upon it like whatever they do, or there are people with phantom touch who actually feel every little thing. And I will say, and this is also from my own experience, that when you're intimate with someone, that feeling literally intensifies. Is that how it's said?
Intensifies.
Brain go burr.
Intensifies. Fucking
Yeah.
lag.
It's like you feel every little kiss or touch or whatnot. And it's a weird feeling because it's
The
hard to
stronger the
describe.
intimacy, the better.
Exactly. So you really feel that. And of course, you can always act it out. It doesn't have to be because it's just a
Yeet.
video. That has to be like, oh, I feel everything. No. So, in conclusion, you guys out there who are making those videos, go for it. We salute you. There is
Salute.
nothing wrong about that as long as you stay safe, that you are agreeing on what's going to go on, that you are adults, all of you, and it's consensual.
Don't contract any viruses.
Yes.
Remember, anytime you can say no, even after it started, you can say no.
Yes. Jade would not shamelessly. She would just go all in for it. I would consider it if it was the right circumstances. Phoenix, maybe. Just maybe. Which is understandable. Like, you would like your privacy. People can still figure out who you are, where you live, and whatnot, even if it's virtual and you're on here. There are people out there that know how to get your information. What I want to ask is all our potato chips out there. Would you guys ever consider watching a video or even participate in one, or just for fun? You don't have to answer in the comment section. But we would actually give us a like. For every like out there, we'll consider you a part of the adult community. And I did not sound as cringe as it looks.
I was gonna say. Also,
But
just so
okay.
you guys know, we don't mean a video of us.
No.
Mm-mm-mm.
Mm.
No.
Mm.
No, no, no. No,
Nya,
no,
nya, nya.
no. No, no, no.
Jesus Christ.
No, no, no.
But-
Everyone seems to think me and Toki have had something going on, apparently. Jeez. Ow, feelings.
Well, you're with my daughter, so I
How
don't want
dare
to do
you?
it.
Exactly.
Now you get offended. Before you was offended because people started to assume that we did something. Now you're offended because I didn't even want to touch you to begin with.
I wasn't offended. I just thought it was funny. I thought it was funny that people think that. It's like I mean, I guess I could see like how people could think that, but no.
I'm always gonna be a dummy, mommy. Okay, so
You stop that.
to all potato chips out there, leave a comment down below. What do you think about this episode? Do you think that we should do more episodes like this, or are we just going way offline? Leave a comment down below. Remember to like, share, subscribe. We have TikTok, we have Discord, we have Instagram. We also have a VRChat group in here that you can become a member of called the 6873 Show. And remember to be safe, okay? Stay safe, be safe. And to all our potato chips out there, lots of love. Bye.
Bye.
Love.
Hi guys, this is Jade. Thanks for watching the episode. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to help out the Patreon. Bye.
Ada. No? Oh, okay.